have been doing a sort of guided meditation thing for the last like month or so, where I just am trying to bring myself into a higher timeline of wealth activation. I highly recommend Brian Scott if you guys want to do something like that. He has hundreds of videos about just activating your highest timeline, things like that. Any sort of like specific thing you want, like he probably has a video about it. And you can just listen to them in the background. You don't even have to do the active meditation ones. He's got a ton of like deep sleep hypnosis ones and stuff. So like anything that works for, you know, your lifestyle or whatever, highly recommend. Now, I've been doing this for like a month, right? And the clarity I have found is very high. Now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm stuck in traffic right now. Let me see. Yeah, there's a little cone. I'm stuck in traffic. I'm going like 5 miles an hour. Not even. I'm going like 3. And I'm on my way to bring to fruition one of my ideas. As I've done this for about a month now, I have like all of my ideas are becoming more clear. What has happened in this sort of like mental clarity that I have achieved is I have ideas now that are not so out there. They don't feel like they would require a huge shift in my lifestyle necessarily. There are 3 main business ideas that I have thought of in the past few weeks, and I am taking steps right now to make all 3 of them a possibility or like a reality. And it's funny because if you have been subscribed to me for a minute, you know I was doing like tarot videos last fall, right? And that was one of my ideas. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if I can move this over here. That was like one of my ideas. I was like, I'm gonna do tarot videos, and then I'm gonna like build a website and have where people can like purchase readings, and that's gonna be a really cool stream of income, like business I'm gonna start, right? But I wanted to start just giving my free readings, like little mini readings, and I thought that was gonna be like a really good new stream of income, right? That was my idea back then. But as I kept meditating on it, as I kept, you know, doing it, and like each video would get like 2 to 3 views, which is like understandable with my audience size. I mean, not all of you are gonna watch every single video, of course, because they were dedicated to specific zodiac signs and everything. But I had this sort of like download basically that it was a waste of my time. And I don't mean that because the videos weren't getting any traction or anything like that. It felt like it was the right thing to do. I love reading tarot. It's so fun. But it was like, I got this download that it's taking your energy away from something bigger you're supposed to be doing. And it was basically like tarot is actually too limiting. It's not that you shouldn't keep doing those types of videos all the time, but it's like, it's actually too niche. And that's the joy of being a super small channel right now, is that I can kind of experiment like that, right? I actually just ended up deleting all those videos because I felt like they were also kind of clogging up the probably recommended in any of my subscribers. And if I were to do that again, I'd probably just end up starting another channel. But that being said, I have plans to take what I'm doing with my dance career right now and expanding upon that. Super easy, and I could tell you right now why I haven't done it in the past, just life circumstances, change and everything. But it's one of those things I'm like thinking about doing, and I was like, oh, this should already have been a thing in my life, you know? So I'm gonna do that for sure. And then I have a couple other ideas that are, again, just very easy and very like in line with the life I'm already living that will just help increase my income. And I'm super excited about that. So I just wanted to talk a little bit today about like how you can have ideas and stuff, and you can have things that feel so right, and you think you're taking inspired action, but it's like you always have to be open to things changing, because you might want to manifest $10,000, okay? But by mentally saying, oh, $10,000, that's what I want, you're actually limiting yourself to being open to more than that. So I am going today to this place. It's like a flea market situation about an hour and a half from where I live. I used to do this in the summer all the time. I haven't gone in the winter because I keep having car troubles. I love to drive. It is like a fun hobby for me, honestly. Like, it's so like just relaxing. Every time I try to go anywhere kind of far, my car has a major issue. I went to a concert a few months ago, I told you guys about, and my serpentine belt snapped on the freeway. Okay. Today, I'm trying to go to this place. Again, the concert was about an hour and a half. This place is about an hour and a half. I was ready. This is the first time I'm going because we just got a bunch of work done on the car. Okay, a bunch of work done on it. And I was like, yeah, if I can go to this, flea market every week or so, I can start making money again, because I haven't been making money with my business because this is like the best, most lucrative place I could go and do. And then just staying closer to where I live just doesn't work at all in terms of making money. So I pull into a gas station, and so I get in there. I'm in the parking lot of the gas station. I'm not in the actual gas pumping area, right? I go inside, get my stuff, come back out, and I back out to leave, and my front bumper falls off of my car. Now, the funny thing is I was already running late, and the thing about having your own business is you can be on your own schedule. Like, sure, the place I'm going has hours, like business hours, but I wasn't necessarily, like, I'm not going to get there by the time that close. I try to get there as early as possible, and I was already a little later than I want to be. So on my way there, I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to be in the right place at the right time today. Everything I do will be perfect timing. I'll find great experiences with people, and everything is going to go so well today. And this is what I was thinking the whole way to the gas station. My bumper falls off. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I put it in my back seat. I put the bumper in my back seat. It took me 10 minutes to get it too, because this is not a big car. I have a Honda Civic. And I go to the nearest mechanic, and like I called them first, and I was like, hey, my bumper fell off. And they were like, okay, bring it in, we'll look at it. If can you get here with it or whatever? And I was like, yeah, of course. It's in my back seat. Basically, the experience I had at the mechanic was so wonderful. They were so nice. They explained exactly why the bumper was falling off, what situation is going on up there. And they were like, we can hold the bumper for you. Because I was like, at this point, I'm not going to get to go to the flea market I want to go to, because I just assumed you can't drive without a bumper. But the guy was like, no, you'll be fine. And it turns out it's really, in my state, it's lucky. We don't have front license plates in Michigan, and we don't have any sort of regulation on what your car looks like. So as long as you have lights and your license plate is registered, you're legal to drive on the road. That being said, I was just talking to my partner. He's from the East Coast, where they have to like get their car inspected by the state. Like, they have a state, designated place or something where you go and you get your car inspected to make sure it's like safe and legal to drive. And in most of those states, like, you can't just drive without your bumper. Like, you'll get a ticket or something, apparently. And I mean, I'll tell you right now, being in Michigan, you get out in the sticks, people drive in crazy vehicles, like they just glue shit together and call it a day. So I could snap it on, but if I'm driving fast or something, it could easily fall off. And he's like, that's dangerous, like more dangerous. So he's like, I'll hold your bumper, which was great because I did fit it in this car, but I could not see out of my back window at all. And that freaked me out. I was like, there's no way. So anyway, I'm like 2 hours late for the place I'm trying to get. And again, like I said, it's only my own schedule, and I'm stuck in traffic right now. But I guess everything's actually working out great. Everything is actually working out great. Something that I realized when my bumper fell off, besides the safety, the legality, all of that stuff, what were people going to think of me? And that's when I realized driving, but even more specifically the car that I'm in, is a huge part of my identity. And I've been having car trouble for what feels like years now, And I think that has a lot to do with my identity. And it kind of ties back to how the neighborhood I live in feels not good. So if everything is a mirror to you, if everything is you pushed out and a reflection of your inner state, the fact that I feel trapped in this neighborhood, is it just showing me where I'm being judgmental, where I need to remove judgment? Because now that I don't have a bumper, I feel like I fit right in. And I know that sounds terrible. It sounds really judgmental. Judge me all you want in the comments. I don't care. That's what I'm doing. So, I don't know, but I think it's tied together, and I think it's meant to show me that we're all the same. We're all equal. So it's been a few weeks, and I feel like there was no conclusion with that rambling of mine. And the more I think about it, the more I realize I feel stuck and trapped and stagnant here, because in my early 20s, every year for 5 years, from 20 to 25, I would move to a new apartment. Most of the time I'd be getting a new job, not always, depending on if I was moving in the same city or not. But I moved like pretty much every year. And between 25 and now 30, I've only moved once. And it makes me feel like there's this artificial stagnation because I feel like I'm not moving forward because I'm staying in the same place. When in reality, I think I need to actually like ground myself more here. I feel like the universe is saying like, stop running. I feel like I've just been running from, I don't even know. I feel like I've been looking for something, looking for myself, looking for my purpose. And I keep thinking it's out there. It's just somewhere else. I just have to go find it. And I had this realization last night that the moment I just accept literally just being here now, everything I've talked about, the more I can just stay present in the moment, the easier everything will become and the less stagnant and trapped I will feel. Like literally, I think my car breaking down and weird things happening to it, yes, it's about identity, but it's more about it being an artificial identity. There being no real identity other than the one you choose. And when I can let go of trying to care so much about what that identity is or looks like, the more I can get into my actual true self, which is my higher dimensional version of myself.